Alright, hello YouTube. Okay, here we go again. We're going to talk about this person right here, and it's not Angie. See this person right here? And it's not Angie. It's Caitlin Clark, yes. We're talking about the May 14th debut of Caitlin Clark's first official NBA game as a rookie, that the game counts towards the regular season, because May 14th was opening night as we're filming this video. So the channel members, this was technically last night or a night ago, but for you guys, the rest of this viewing audience, this was last week. This does not include games that you're going to be seeing leading up to this video. This is my thoughts on the May 14th game. Let's put it this way. This is not going to be a kind review. I've seen a lot of mistakes taking place, and we'll talk about what I've seen as a basketball fan and how they can fix it. Okay, everybody knows here on the channel I'm a big baseball fan, which is great. I'm also a football fan. I shared a couple of high school football games here on the channel, which is great. I'm also a basketball fan. I'm also a hockey fan. We have hockey videos, but we didn't have a basketball video. Those videos would be impossible to do here on the channel. But I'm also, let's put it this way, Angie and I, we love our sports, and we take our sports seriously as sports fans. And we're not afraid to say our opinions on what we saw. Okay, what I saw was a total train wreck by the Indiana Fever, but it's not just the players. It may have something to do with the officiating, but if it has to be a players, it's going to lean towards the coaches. And that. I've been seeing a lot of dispute and a lot of arguments here on YouTube that the coaches are designing these players to set up to be a failure in this league. And they're not playing to their strengths. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell you on May 14th game, which the channel members was technically yesterday, but everybody else was last week. Just going to let you know, 20 points, 3 assists, 2 steals. Not bad for Caitlin Clark for the first game in the WNBA. But there's one stat that is really key. It's the turnovers. She had 10 turnovers. And for the turnovers that I seen and witnessed, the players was totally out of position. Why they were out of position? Because the coaches told them to go this way instead of that way. You know, go in, away from the ball, instead of coming towards the ball. Most coaches always tell you when you want to get an assist and easy points, you go towards where the player has the ball, not away from the ball. And I think Christy Sides is not the best coach in the WNBA in coaching this. Because Lisa Bluter and the Iowa Hawkeyes, they coached this to a T. That's why they were one of the best teams in the country, except for one thing. They did not win the national championship because it took down to whatever it was. Size versus speed. Size always wears out speed for some reason. But that's another issue that I did notice with the Indiana Fever, the lack of speed. For some reason, the Indiana offense, for my opinion, and my opinion only, you may like it or not, but my opinion was the offense on the Indiana Fever was really slow. I mean, a tortoise, a turtle can beat them down to half court. Let's put it that way. There was little to no speed. And time they add the speed to the game was already over with. I mean, you got to play 4 quarters of the game. Now, in the WNBA, there's only time-wise for the whole game. It's similar as college. It's a 40-minute game, similar as most Division I colleges, Division II colleges, Division III. It's the same time, 40 minutes, 4 10-minute periods. same as college. The only difference was it's a 24-second shot clock in the pros versus a 30-second shot clock in college. It's 6 seconds. I know damn well Caitlin can do at least a 15-second offense. That's what she was known in Iowa. If anybody watched her Iowa games and saw those games, how they rack up points, because they play a fast-paced game. And I noticed that the Indiana Fever, all the 2 exhibition games and the season opener, it run as a snail pace. In other words, a tortoise can outrun the Indiana Fever. And another thing is the officiating was terrible also tonight on top of that. That kind of threw everybody's game off. When you got a bad officiating, that throws the whole game off. It only favors the team that ends up winning, which it was Canadian Suns. They were able to adjust to bad officiating themselves, where the Fever could not adjust to bad officiating. Aaliyah Boston got mugged, literally got mugged. We witnessed a mugging, a defensive mugging, and Aaliyah Boston got called for an offensive foul. Why? Because she decided the last second to throw an elbow. That's what they called her on, where she was literally got mugged. And what does the offensive players do? It's by instinct. You raise that elbow up. Now, I've seen this in many, many pro games in the NBA. Don't matter if it's the NBA or the Continental Basketball Association when I went to many Quad City Thunder games. Yes, there used to be a Continental basketball team in the Quad Cities called the Quad City Thunder. Now there's an NBA team called the Oklahoma City Thunder. Copyright violation? I don't know on that one. But I have always seen where an offensive player gets mugged by a defensive player, and when the player results raising that one elbow, you're guaranteed that's an offensive foul. And that's one thing. The officiating, a smart officiating will never get to that point. They will call a defensive foul before the offensive player decides to raise that elbow to escalate the issue. And this crew of this did not do a very good job in officiating. That's just my opinion on that. What's your opinion? Oh, Chuck, you're just a big Caitlin Clark fan. Just shut up, because she's no good. Reason she's not doing so good? Because, like I said, I'm going to go with the coaching. The coaching already made a point that she's going to coach Caitlin a whole different way than she did in college. In other words, she's not going to let her success in college to be successful in the WNBA. For some reason, she wants to hold her back and make her a failure. I've been seeing some posts by WNBA fans. They already want Christy Sides fired. Already fired for holding back Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark should be allowed to play to her strengths. If you want to practice if you want to work on her weaknesses, you do it in practice. That's what practice is for. You work on your weaknesses on the practices. Then once the weaknesses is improved, then you put it in the game. You don't go with her weakness during the whole game. Then, in other words, that's setting up to fail. That's setting up all the players to fail. Because I'm even noticing Aaliyah Boston did not play the perfect game that I know she can play. And she won Rookie of the Year last year, but she's having a sophomore jinx this year because I don't think she's not really capable to play this level that they expected because she's not playing to her strengths. You got to play to your strengths at all times. When Michael Jordan came in the NBA, and when Magic Johnson came into the NBA, when Larry Bird came to the NBA, even Isaiah Thomas, all those players in the 80s came in, they played to their strengths. They didn't play to their weakness. They played to their strengths, and it still puzzled teams that's why they are considered the greatest players in the game, because they played only to their strengths. They hide their weaknesses, but play to their strengths. That's what Caitlin Clark needs to do. That's what Aaliyah Boston needs to do. That's what the entire team of the Indiana Fever needs to do, is play to your strengths. if anybody witnessed that game between like I said, the Indiana Fever versus the Kinetic Suns on the May 14th game, just let you know, there was Fever had to play in a 2-3 zone because they were trying to protect players on from foul trouble. Caitlin Clark wasn't in foul trouble. In fact, Caitlin Clark's stats was she had no points, 2 fouls, and no assists, nothing. And here's another thing that the Indiana Fever really needs to work on: those easy layups. You got to hit those layups. They're a high percentage shot. I know you can hit them in college, but why they're not hitting them in the pros, I have no idea. You got to hit those. This is why a lot of fans are criticizing the players for not hitting those easy layups, especially if they're uncontested layups. Uncontested layups should have a 99.9% of hitting. They did not hit none of those. I think they went 0 for 10 in uncontested layups. Uncontested layups. That is 20 points not on the scoreboard. So remember, Indiana lost by 21 points. 20 of those points would have been on the uncontested layup. Those layups was uncontested. They missed those uncontested layups. That is, they need to fix that. Also, Caitlin Clark had 10 turnovers. Like I said, she needs to fix that too. But she also has to recognize if the player's out of position, not to make that pass because the player's out of position. I'm going to point that out too. I should make a coach, should I? I doubt it. Here's a word. If anybody did not know, Lisa Bluter has retired as the Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball coach. I wonder, I've been hearing rumors on this. I've been hearing a lot of rumors on the pages through Indiana and other WNBA. They want to hire Lisa Bluter to help them out to turn around their season temporarily until they find a suitable coach that would coach a pro level. They might have a coach teach the players how to play the college game at the pro level, because it seems like that works the best. And that, like I said, I see many college players went to the pro level, still shoot the ball like they were at college, and that. That's another thing. Christy Sides, the coach of the Indiana Fever, was pointing out she was going to change the shooting style of every player, including Caitlin Clark. She don't want her to take the long threes. When she took the 3-point shots, she still, even at a game, was like 3 for 11. 3 for 11. That's still like 37% from that range. It's still 37%. That's still higher than most WNBA players at the time. And yet they don't want Caitlin Clark to make those shots no more. Oh, by the way, she did give the fans what they want to see, a logo shot. That's what the fans paid to see, is that logo shot. And Caitlin Clark did finally deliver a logo shot versus the Kinetic Suns. We'd like to congratulate Caitlin Clark for that, for delivering that one shot. Maybe that one shot maybe helped to keep that fan base happy. Okay, I am going to do just a quick wrap-up, and we're in this video real quick, because I got to go edit this video, upload it, and all that stuff. All that stuff I got to do back in on the computer and all that stuff, and I want to see what happens after that. Okay. If I was the coach, whatever decisions you're making offensively, defensively, with the 2 preseason games and this game, I can't review the other games as this video comes out to other people that watches this game. I'll do a mid-season review of the whole season, what I feel about it. I got a funny feeling if the Fever goes 0 for 10, 0 for 15, I'm pretty sure Christy Sales is out the door. Technically, that's my prediction. She'll be out the door because she's now allowing the players to play to her strengths. You got to allow players to play to their strengths. You got to create an offense that's going to help them to their strengths. You got to ask the players, what kind of offense do we need to run? The players will tell you, we need to run this offense. We need to run that offense. We need to run this offense. By players telling the coach what offense we need to do, that's going to make that coach look like a coach of the year. And the reason Canadian Suns was a coach of the year, because she won it in her rookie year. That's what she did. Because she listened to her players, how they want to be coached. Christy Sales, I started listening to your players more than ever before, because you got star power, and right now your star power, you're killing your star power right now. What we need to kill, I hate to use that word kill. We never use that word kill anyway on any YouTube video, but we're going to kill this video anyway. But I'm going to have my mid-season thoughts in July. With the Indiana Fever, Caitlin Clark, see how it goes. I'll let you know in July how I feel about the season. If my prediction holds true, would Christy Sides play to all the team's strengths, the players' strengths, or decide to play their weakness, which ends up being a losing season again? Which Caitlin Clark said they want to make playoffs. Can't make playoffs if you're playing the weakness more. You got to let them play the way they were brought up in college all these years, because it's nothing different than shooting a basketball naturally. You cannot change their shooting style, and if that's what they want, if that's what Sales want, that Sales should be removed from the coach as position. To me, if I was a pro coach, I said, whatever made you successful in junior high, high school, and college, you keep it up at the pro level, because you can't change what's happening in the pro level. The pro level, you gotta go with a natural flow. You gotta go with what's naturally, and that. Many coaches are trying to coach a pro level game. Guess what? Those coaches are not Hall of Famers. They're jobless and homeless probably at the same time. Maybe that's why they're trying to work as color commentators, which they are turned out to be a farce themselves. Oh, by the way, the biggest critic, as I'm filming this video, the biggest critic against Caitlin Clark, as of this video, as I'm filming this, her team was losing to the defending league champions, Las Vegas Aces, by 14 points the time I'm filming this clip. I think. I'm not for sure. Don't quote me on this, because this is an video. Alright, now we can kill this video. Please like, share, subscribe, don't forget to subscribe to the notification bell. I'll have more in July. I'll try to keep it until July, be like mid-season, and see how I rate Caitlin Clark for the whole year. But don't judge her on the opening night game, because there was a lot of coaching mistakes by Christy Sales. There was a lot of bad officiating. The team did not play like a team. We'll see how it improves when I give you a report in July. We'll see you then. Or we'll see you tomorrow on a regular video.